Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In the last video I put up, I showed you guys how I upcycled a bunch of thrifted clothes into new fashionable ones. And I also did a little mini haul from a trip I took to Myrtle Beach in Miami. When I was in Miami, I got this plain t-shirt, and it was because I was influenced. And I saw this shirt on my Instagram, just this one right here, and I thought it was so pretty, and I was like, you know what, when I go to Miami, I'm gonna get a plain t-shirt and make that myself. So in this video today, I'm gonna show you guys exactly how to do that, so stay tuned. Alrighty guys, so here we have just the plain t-shirt that I bought. You're just going to want a plain one that fits you appropriately, not oversized. And you're going to crop it to start. So here I just studied the image a bit, picked an area where I thought would be good to crop, and then straightened out the edges a bit. And then after that, you're going to want to fold the shirt in half so that way everything is symmetrical. And right here I am cropping it a little bit more and just making sure again that it's super straight and symmetrical. Next, you'll want to cut off the sleeves and then cut straight down as well, down the side. So it's actually going to be completely open on each side. And next, after that, what you'll do is you're going to pin the edges. So what you do is you make sure that the shirt is inside out, and you roll up the edges and then pin them flat. And I only did about like 1/4 of an inch. And this just makes it so that the fabric doesn't roll up when you're wearing it. You know, this is an optional thing. You don't have to do it. I just did it because I really wanted the edges to be nice and smooth. So after sewing those down, you're gonna do the exact same thing on the other sides. So again, probably like 1/4 of an inch, like 1/2 of a centimeter, making sure that the shirt is inside out, and then you pin those edges inward and then sewing them down again. So here you can see that they're nice and smooth. And next step is creating that little 4-inch section that kind of holds the front and the back pieces together. So I just took some excess fabric from when I cropped it, and I took 4-inch sections, making sure that they're both about the same size, rolled in the edges a bit and pinned them down flat. And there is some excess fabric, so you're gonna see soon. I'm actually about to cut off the excess. So you sew it down flat, so it's kind of like this little pool noodle thing, and then cut off the excess so that it's just nice and neat. And I did it this way because it's a lot easier to sew when you have like a little more fabric to work with, and then just cutting off the excess after is just way easier. So here I'm cutting again excess off of the, I guess, what is it called? Hemming? I don't know what it's called. But yeah, I'm just cleaning up the edges and then attaching the little pool noodle sides. Now what happened was I actually put this on and realized I put them up too high. So when you do this, you'll just want to make sure that the little pool noodles, the 4-inch long pool noodles, are about like 3 inches or so up from the bottom of the shirt. And again, you can just try on the shirt, you know, with the pins in it to see if it's like well fitting. And that's pretty much what I did. I do a lot of trial and error. It's a lot easier that way, I find. I don't know. But yeah, so I pin them back in place, making sure that they're looped well on each side. You can see here, always sewing inside out, because then you don't see all of that stuff on the when you're wearing the shirt. So anyway, I sewed those on, and next we have the chain. So I took some white eyeliner, and what I'm doing is pretty much spacing apart where I want the chain. I realized I needed some pliers to cut the chains, because the scissors weren't gonna cut it Yeah, hey, nice pun. So I made some sections for the chains. I think they're like 6 or 7 inches long. Again, I'm not measuring things exact. I'm just like, I put on the shirt and I was like putting the chain up next to the shirt and deciding, oh, I think that looks like a nice length. So I would say do the same thing, whatever you like personally, if you want the chain shorter or longer. And I think these would be like 7 or 8 inch sections. So after that, you're gonna take some more excess fabric, and this is to create the little loop-de-loops to hold the chains onto the shirt. These are probably, I'd say, like 2 inches long. I wasn't too concerned about the length because I was like, well, if it's too long, I can just cut it shorter, you know? So what happened is the exact same thing as the other pool noodle, the bigger pool noodle. You take these little tiny sections, you're gonna roll them up and then sew them flat, cut off the excess fabric. So you're gonna make 12 of them. And then I'm putting them through the first little hole of the chain. So you're going to do that for every single one of them. And then after that, you're going to fold them kind of like that hope symbol, you know, like the Cancer hope symbol. And what you're going to do is then sew that onto where the little white dots are. And that you can see right here, I'm just pinning them down and then sewing them. So I pretty much just did one at a time. I didn't pin them all at the same time because it's kind of tricky with the chains like going all over the place. Okay, side note, I did a biology major. They look like, what is it, like chromosomes. Anyway, I sewed them all on to each side, and then right here I'm just kind of cutting off the excess because like I said, I made those little tiny pool noodle thingies 2 inches long, but if I wanted to cut them shorter, I could. Here, it's all done. Here's the shirt. Super cute. I love it. I think it looks so great. As you can see, I didn't wash off the white eyeliner yet, but whatever. I'll wash it off later. But yeah, I think it's super cute, and I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and let me know if you try it out. Alrighty guys, see you in the next video. Bye.